I saw what you made for lunch. Can't you put in a little more effort? I spoke to my wife about it, but she says that you've been nothing but lazy all these days. Why are you making my wife do all the laundry? She's not your maid. We're letting you live under our roof, and I think that you should show gratitude by helping with the housework.
I'm sorry that you feel that way. I have really bad morning sickness, and it's difficult for me to get out of bed. Your wife has been helping me since I'm not well enough to do any housework.
Being pregnant doesn't give you the excuse to stay in bed all day. Pregnant women are so entitled. I'm a senior, but they still expect me to give up my seat on the train for them. I feel them staring at me, but I never give in. I'm old and I should be allowed to sit down if I'm tired. Having a baby inside your belly doesn't make you any more important.
Well, I'm sure that the health condition of each pregnant woman differs, so it's hard to say. But there are times when we feel so sick that it's nice when someone offers us their seat on the train or on the bus.
I mean, most women experience pregnancy, so it must not be that hard, right? You shouldn't be making such a big deal out of your pregnancy. It makes you look stupid.
Do you have to put it that way? I'm hurt by your words.
We're letting you live with us. I think that I have the right to tell you how I feel. My wife can't say no because she's too nice, but I think that you should take her for granted. You should make her do all the work by herself.
I'm sorry to have to say this, but I don't think I'm the only one making your wife do everything. Don't you think that you could offer to help her as well?
How could you say such a thing to me?
Your wife has a job too, so she can't do the housework all by herself. Whenever I see the two of you, you make your wife do everything for you. I did help out before I got pregnant, but right now I'm really not feeling very well. My obstetrician told me to take it easy and not to work very hard. I do feel bad about not being able to help out around the house, but I don't think that you're in a position to call me out like this.
What the hell? You're being very disrespectful to me right now. Besides, it's my wife's job to take good care of me. We're married.
Then why do you expect me to take care of you too?
What?
I'm married to your son, so shouldn't my main job be to take care of your son? We may be living with you now, but it's temporary. I didn't think that you'd give me such a hard time. I know that right now I'm more of a nuisance than help, but don't you want me to take care of my health? I don't think that I'm causing any inconvenience to you.
You're just using your pregnancy as an excuse to not help out. I'm sure that you could if you wanted to.
How can you make these assumptions about me? You have no idea how bad my morning sickness is. Only a person who's experienced pregnancy firsthand knows what it's really like.
I'm a man. I can't get pregnant even if I wanted to.
I know that, but I'm just saying that as a man, you can't begin to understand what being pregnant really means. You shouldn't get angry with me over something so small as me taking it easy during my pregnancy.
I'm not angry. I'm just asking you to help out my wife more and be considerate. At the very least, you should do your own laundry.
You are angry, I can tell, but why do you need to be so angry?
Huh?
You tell me not to be lazy, but I'm not being lazy. I'm being a responsible mother by resting and making sure that there's no harm to my baby. And even if I were being lazy, that's my choice, and you don't have the right to make me act a certain way. You don't control me.
I do have a say. You're living under my roof, and so you should do as I say. Why should my wife have to work so hard just because you don't want to do your share of the housework? I'm sure that you have the energy to wash the dishes.
You act like you're getting angry for your wife, but are you sure that this is what she really wants? I feel like you're the one that's angry with me because you can't control me like you want to. Have you ever considered that your wife is a caring and understanding person who genuinely wants to help me out during my pregnancy?
Don't patronize me. You're starting to irritate me. If you want to continue living with us, I suggest that you get out of bed and take care of your own chores.
Well, how come you don't do any of the chores then? Do you enjoy bullying me? Does it make you feel more important than me?
Do you think that I'm picking on you because you're pregnant? Because I'm not! I'm simply trying to get you to take some responsibility for what's expected of you.
Since I'm living under your roof, I'll try not to get on your nerves so much then.
Good, because you should wash your own dishes after you use them. And don't rely on my wife so much. Do what you can on your own.
Okay, understood.
If I see you lazing around my house again, I'm going to kick you out.
I'll be careful then. I need to go now because there's something I need to take care of.
Has my dad been giving you a hard time? I'm so sorry about this. Mom says sorry too.
It's okay. It's neither you or your mother's fault. Your mother apologized to me earlier. She's been taking really good care of me ever since I got pregnant, and I'm really grateful to her. I've realized that your father was doing all of this on his own and had nothing to do with your mother.
I'm glad to know that you're not letting it upset you. My mom was worried that my dad was stressing you out. She thought that maybe it would be better if we didn't live under the same roof anymore.
She has a point, but I guess right now it's not the best time to move out. We don't really have time to look for a new place to live. And I plan on staying with my parents during the last month of my pregnancy, so you don't need to worry about me. I'll try to stay under the radar until then. I feel bad for your mother, though. Your father makes her do everything.
Yes, I know. I told Mom not to overwork herself.
She says that she's okay, but I feel like she pushes herself too hard sometimes. I know that I'm not much help right now, but I do want her to know that I'm here for her in case she ever needs me.
It'll make my mom happy to know that you said that. But for now, I want you to concentrate on your health and your pregnancy. I'll take care of Mom.
Yes, thank you, Ted.
Melanie, I need your help!
What's wrong, Ted?
My dad is in the hospital!
Is he alright? Which hospital is he staying at?
His condition is stable for now, but it seems like he's really sick and he needs to be nursed. At one point, we thought that we were gonna lose him.
Oh, that's terrible!
And my mom, she didn't react in the way that I predicted. I'm quite shocked, to be honest.
What do you mean?
When are you coming home? Did Ted tell you about my condition?
Yes, he told me. I hope that you're feeling better. I plan on staying with my parents a little longer.
My wife can't take care of me on her own, so I need you to come home and help out.
I'm sorry, but I don't think that I can. But I'll eventually, so please wait a little longer. I also understand that you're not well, but that doesn't make me want to come home sooner. I have other priorities.
How can you say that?
I don't think that I can be of any help. Besides, I need to take care of my 2-month-old baby. I don't have the time to take care of you. I'm sure that you don't want to live under the same roof as a newborn baby. They cry a lot.
Can't you have your parents take care of the baby? Don't you think that attending to me is more important? I'm the one that's sick here.
Huh? What makes you think that I'd prioritize you over my baby?
I'm not asking for your opinion. As Ted's wife, it's your obligation to take care of me. Besides, your baby is perfectly healthy. You don't need to take care of it.
You're crazy! Of course my baby needs me. In what world would I leave my baby to take care of you? I don't even like you. You're not making any sense right now.
What's your point?
You just don't get it. You're delusional.
I don't think that I'm crazy like you.
You're asking me to come take care of you and leave my baby with my parents. That's pretty crazy. Weren't you the one that said that we have to take care of ourselves? Don't use your illness as an excuse to laze around the house. That was exactly what you said to me when I was pregnant.
Huh?
I don't think you can say anything back to that because you're the one that made this rule up.
We're so not in the same situation. Pregnancy is not a sickness.
Okay, so maybe it's not exactly the same, but I'm going to react in the same way that you did when I was pregnant. I'd rather die than take care of an old, ill-tempered man like you.
How dare you, Melanie! You ungrateful bitch! I should have never let you under my roof or marry my son! What will Ted think when he hears this from me?
I think that he'd take my side, so I'm not worried. I'm grateful that you let us live with you, but I'm mostly thankful to your wife because she was the one that took care of me when I was pregnant. But it's not like we lived with you for free. We paid a very generous sum to you. I don't think that you have the right to be so condescending. Don't you understand why your wife doesn't want to take care of you?
Oh, so you heard about that too. I've been taking care of her financially all these years, and she decides to turn on me when I need her the most. I'm really angry with her too. I mean, I could just kick her out of the house if I really wanted to.
Actually, I think that that's a good idea. Why don't you suggest that to your wife? But I think that you need her more right now than she needs you. You couldn't take care of yourself before, but now that you're sick, you need your family more than ever. I don't think this is the time for you to be picking a fight.
You're so despicable to me. I'm the man of the house. Don't you know how hard I work to support my wife and Ted?
I don't, and it's really none of my concern.
How can you say that?
Your wife has been working part-time for a long time now because you didn't earn enough money to support the family. And now she's been promoted and is working full-time. On top of that, she does all the housework all by herself. She's been nothing but a great wife to you. You're the one that's being ungrateful.
She's my wife. It's her job to take care of me.
Then I suggest you start earning more money and start doing your job as her husband.
What's your problem? This is between my wife and I. Stay out of it.
I was just trying to get you to see things from a bigger perspective. You only see things your way, it seems.
So when are you coming back here? My wife isn't willing to take care of me, so I need you to come home ASAP and take care of me. I don't understand why she won't. I'm pretty sure that she's trying to put me in a retirement home. But I'd rather live in my own house.
I think that it's best for everyone if you moved into a retirement home. I mean, we can help you cover the costs. We're more than happy to. I don't think that your wife wants to live with you anymore. She'd be much happier on her own.
So, she told you about her plans then. I want her to take care of me at home. Doesn't anyone care about what I want?
All you talk about is what you want. How about you start thinking about what your family wants as well? Your wife doesn't want to take care of you, and neither do I. And even if you don't end up in a retirement home, your wife plans to hire a professional to take care of you at home. Ted and I are in complete agreement with your wife and will fully support her decision. And Ted and I don't plan on living with you anymore either.
What?
Ted's being relocated to an overseas office where we won't be back to Japan for several years.
How come no one ever mentioned this to me before?
Did we need to? We knew that you were going to oppose the idea. The only reason why we were living with you during my pregnancy was because there was no point in renewing our lease if we were eventually going to move overseas. Your wife was kind enough to let us live with you. And I was planning on having the baby close to my parents' house, so... We never got along, but because I knew that we weren't going to be living with you long term, I was able to put up with your bullying.
I never bullied you!
You're the only one that seems to think so. I'm off now. I won't be seeing you for a long time now. Adios. Please say hi to your wife for me.
Hold on a second. Are you really moving overseas? Don't think that you can get away with not taking care of me.
I'm busy taking care of my baby, so there's no way that I have any time to spare for you. Good luck fighting your illness, but not for too long because you don't want to be a burden to your wife. Goodbye now. Ted and Melanie moved to the U.S. the following month with their newborn baby. Ted's father was very grumpy because his wife refused to care for him. In the end, he had no choice but to move into a retirement home. After Ted's father moved out of the house, Ted's mother was relieved and could spend her time as she wanted. She flew to the U.S. to spend time with Ted, Melanie, and her grandchild. For Ted's mother, it was the start of a new and exciting chapter in her life.